Welcome to Next Topic Podcast. My name is Lo. I'm joined on the panel by
Shad,
Cam, Abel.
And it is episode number 8 today, and we're going to be talking about Black consumerism, Black businesses, and spending habits. Today's date is February the 18th, 2020. To start this episode, we are going to open it up with some Shad's facts. And that'll kind of guide us into our first talking point.
So it's time for Shad's facts, and the topic for today, if I just want to jump into some facts.
I thought I said the topic. We're gonna be talking about Black consumerism, Black businesses, and spending habits.
She did.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
She did.
It must have been in your head.
Yeah, no, all in my head. You know, Black consumerism and the power of the Black dollar. Because you know your dollar's worth something. So.
Is it?
It is. You work all this time for some money. It should be worth a little something. Right. So.
What is it?
Not is it. Mine is.
Right.
So, as Black people, do you guys know how much Black people spend annually in America?
A lot.
More than anybody else.
So,
and I know it's on nonsense.
Like, how much billion and stuff like that?
yeah, how much billion?
I'm gonna go with 19.
Okay, 19.
19 billion?
Yeah, I mean, just a guess.
Y'all should go up.
Oh,
yeah, that's
shit.
what I was thinking. That's not enough.
And probably get out the billions.
And go higher?
Yes.
Billions?
Trillions?
Yes.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Hey,
I
we
mean, excuse my
splurging.
French.
This
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, so Black people spend $1.2 trillion annually.
On what?
On what?
Anything,
So, on a variety of different things. So also, we know Blacks make up 14% of the American population.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give you some categories in which Black people spend the most on, proportional to their percentage in America.
Okay.
So all these categories is where Black people spend more than 14% on that category compared to other demographics.
What?
Okay.
Okay, so do we have any guesses into what these categories could
Clothes. Shoes. Food.
Well, apparel, what all? Yeah.
Alcohol.
be? Apparel,
Yeah, we
Weed.
gotta talk alcohol.
I don't think that probably wasn't tracking weed like that since it's not legal everywhere.
Oh, that'll make it about 2.3 trillion.
And actually, clothes is not on the list.
Really?
Mm-mm. What you got about? What you think? It could
Something entertainment.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Like,
like movies
entertainment.
or the club.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. What that mean?
Oh, no.
So I'm surprised. Like the main one is ethnic hair and beauty
Oh,
products
hell yeah.
and things like that.
Yeah.
So Black people.
That ain't fair, though.
Stay fresh.
I agree. It's not fair, but we spend 85% on that.
Of that 1.2 trillion, is 85% is on hair.
No.
No.
Of like all the ethnic and beauty aid that is
Okay.
bought,
Oh, okay.
Black people
Okay.
I
consume
thought you said
5% of that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
That
on
makes
that.
sense.
Mm-hmm. The second biggest category is women's fragrances.
That's interesting to me because like everybody like to smell good.
Yes, everybody like to smell good.
Not really. You know?
But that's interesting.
Yeah, that's around
Is there
22%.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Right. I'm like, so what do other people smell like?
Oh, I was going to say something so racist.
Don't say anything racist.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't just say it.
What the hell, Cameron?
The next category at 21% is feminine hygiene products.
Damn, so it's the women's fault we spend all this money.
Right, and I was baffled when I read that one. I'm like, why Black women spend more on feminine hygiene products than
Than
other
anybody else. Yeah.
groups of
You
women?
would think that would be more even than anything.
Equal? Yeah.
Well, it's probably
you-
not just what you guys may be thinking of, like
Like tampons and
monthly
stuff.
needs. Yeah, it's probably not just that. It could also be deodorants and things like that. And typically, women's anything that's branded like in a feminine way, it costs more. So like your deodorant, it could be the exact same deodorant,
Oh.
and if it's in the women's aisle with some sort of whatever branding on it, it's going to cost more.
You're right, because I wear a secret deodorant, and so I pay more for my deodorant than I would if I wore like a men's deodorant.
Boy, if you don't
Let's take it to the next category. Men toiletries.
Oh, well, huh?
At 20%.
So, like, what are these No offense to other races. I'm not trying to be racist, but y'all buy anything?
No, I don't think it's
To
that.
smell
It's
good?
probably
I think
the
it's in the
degree,
amount, yeah.
the degree of which we buy
Purchasing.
things. Yeah.
But I see what you're saying, like, because we all wear deodorant, so
Yeah, like,
why is we buying more?
I don't know why black people buy so much.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I do buy twin packs when it comes to deodorant.
I do too. It's cheaper. It's a better
Yeah.
discount.
Yeah.
Right. Why not get two? You got one in your backpack. You got one at work in your drawer.
Well, I just think, okay, well, when I run out of this one, I already have one.
We have
Yeah.
one already to
Store
go.
for it.
Right, because it's always something you would need. So why not buy it in bulk?
This don't make sense to me.
Right. The next one is personal soaps and bath needs.
I don't get it. So everybody else just stank.
No, look, don't act like
That's
you
what I'm
don't.
saying.
You haven't gone into a few black homes and seen just a plethora of soaps, perfumes. We are extra sometimes.
That
Like,
is true.
That's hella true.
Because like my soaps, like I use like a bar soap as well, which is I use, and I also use like a pump soap
Yeah.
at the same time, and then I use the Lush bath.
So you're one of
Right.
them.
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna say, I
One
don't
of
know
the
what it
problems.
is. I don't know about like all black people, but I know for me personally, like I will get. Let's just start with hair care products. Like I'll get some. I'm like, oh, that smells real good. I'm gonna try this out, and then a month later, I'm like, I want to try something new. I haven't even finished the other thing.
Right.
Okay.
So, and I'm not saying that's a black people thing. I'm just
Right.
saying that's a Lauren thing, and I don't know if that's shared. Other
Because
people
that
share
issue, because the
too.
article from Nielsen also brought that up. They say like black women also try more products than other demographics.
I feel like we have to try a lot of products too,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to our hair.
Texture.
hair and skin too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, a lot of these companies, they're not owned by
Black people or cater to us specifically.
And
Yeah.
if there are black-owned companies, we
Please.
fail sometimes
Do we
to support
support?
them.
Yeah,
Yep, yep,
which we
yep.
will get into next.
Ooh, please.
Yeah, so the next categories where black people spend the most are frozen and unprepared meats and seafood.
That does not shock me. No, the reason
Yeah,
why it
not
doesn't
me either.
shock me is because
At
in a lot of
17.75%.
Which
Yeah.
ain't that bad. It's
Well,
not like that.
in the percentage.
Right.
yeah, at least an
It's not
80,
that
85, like whatever
Yeah.
the other one was.
Ethnic hair.
bad. Yeah.
Hair products.
But that doesn't shock me because in a lot of neighborhoods that are predominantly black and brown, in lower income neighborhoods, there's like food deserts, right? You have McDonald's and all those things.
Yes.
And you might have one grocery store that doesn't have a lot of fresh produce and stuff like that. So you only can
Frozen.
buy frozen
Frozen.
stuff or
Right.
processed foods.
Yeah. Yeah, for me to
sad
shop, I
reality.
got to go to a different city in order for me
Yeah.
to even go to a
Exactly.
grocery store.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so
Yeah.
we live
Yeah.
together. The next category is spices.
Okay.
Yeah, we know why. We know why.
It's spices at 16%.
This is their season.
Oh, Cameron, leave them alone.
They.
Leave-
Don't
don't-
do that,
I'm gonna
Cameron.
leave they up to interpretation. You
Cameron,
take it
you
how
are-
you will.
Yeah, you.
I am honest.
wildin'
Honest.
this episode.
The next one is gum.
You know who they is. No.
Cause we don't like our breath stinking, but they do.
But they do
What the
not.
hell?
Hey, look, take it how you will.
I think black people just like to chew gum.
Yeah.
Wait, you said on
Gum. White people buy more gum proportional to their population. Not guns.
gun? Nah, yeah, gum.
Oh,
That's wild. Gum?
yes,
Get the
gum.
Listerine if it's like smell good.
But I don't think
Mouth.
people
I think
only
it's
buy
just something
gum.
to do.
Yeah, for just like their breath. I think
Yeah.
you just want to chew on some gum.
Yeah.
It make me think better.
People that smoke cigarettes chew gum a lot. I heard it's like
I heard like when they try to stop smoking
Yeah,
cigarettes,
yeah.
they try to chew more gum.
you know.
You just
And
gotta
last-
keep yourself occupied.
Yes, and the last one I have is shortening and oils.
Yeah, because we want to fry some chicken and cook
some fish fries.
yeah, all
Right,
that.
because I don't know why I got 3 oils in my kitchen.
No, I don't fry chicken.
I just bought one too. That's why it's another one.
Right.
That olive oil. I can't cook without olive oil though. I don't use vegetable oil and canola.
Or
oil.
butter.
It's basically, according to Rashad's school, if black people want to save money, spices, hair products.
We ain't giving up the spices. Stop that right there.
That's what I'm saying, but limit them. Spices, hair products,
I'm not limiting.
come on,
my
first
taste.
hygiene products. Just limit those.
I can't
and
give
we're
up
good. Our
give up
dollars
anything
gonna
on
go
this
up.
list.
Right.
I wouldn't give up none of it. None of my beauty aids.
I need my
But would
Moroccan
you
oil
be-
hairspray.
Would you be open to being a little more conscious about like how you spend
No.
on those products? Like, we can be wasteful,
You-
and
so-
I say we as in just people in general.
General.
So this
not
is how
just
we
white
can
people.
we can cut down on that. Support the local man in the hood that be stealing it and buy from him at a
Cameron.
cheaper rate.
Cameron is saying
if
a
that-
lot of
if that
outlandish
saves the
stuff.
black dollar,
If that
No,
saves the
we
black
do
dollar,
not listen-
do
we
it.
do
Like,
not
It don't
endorse
help the
this
black
behavior.
dollar.
It don't hurt it.
Because he gonna go to jail
That's
in
not,
a minute.
not my problem.
I
He
don't
gotta
endorse
have a
any of
means
that.
of living. So if he doing it already,
He not Robin Hood now.
Okay,
Hey.
that's one. And two, why are you gonna support someone's bad habit?
Yeah.
he gonna do it if I support
You're
it or
gonna
not.
be enforcing stereotypes.
No,
and
you're
shit.
not. If no one supports, they not gonna do it.
Oh, he gonna find somebody to support.
You gonna
Well, like if he is selling the same.
we are
Okay.
Right.
way
That's
off
what I'm
topic.
saying.
I am not
If
going
He's
here with
selling it.
y'all
I'm buying
today.
it at a cheaper rate.
No.
Come
You're
on
not
now.
discussing.
Well,
That's not
speaking
sustainable.
of black businesses,
Yeah.
Because
And that ain't one.
That is a, that's
No,
a
it
black
ain't. Don't do
business.
that.
He's
Nah.
self-employed.
your local drug dealer
He's
is not a black
self-employed.
business.
Hey,
It's really not.
his supplier is Target.
No, it is not. If he's not filing his taxes at the end of the year,
It's not a business, okay?
Are these? Oh, never
Mm-mm,
mind.
yeah, you stop.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, Cameron.
So
What
do
did you drink before this?
Nothing.
I ain't even opened my water yet.
Jeez. Okay, come on, bring it
Right.
back.
So
Sunshine.
speaking of black businesses, whether they legit or not, but we're going with legit ones.
Thank
Do
you.
you guys support
Alright.
any other like local black businesses here in Oakland?
Yep. I support them anytime I can, anywhere they are. I don't care where they are.
Like which ones?
So what I'm wearing right now is a stylist out the Bay, Ariel May. I wear Legendary. I talked about him episode 2. This shirt right here is my homie shirt.
Oh, props.
You
VHS.
okay?
Yeah, the
You feel me?
radio thing.
VHS. Vintage horror shirts.
They
You
still
know
make
that-
VHSs?
No, but it stands for vintage horror shirts, and it's
Oh.
all like
Oh, that's
VHS
cute.
horror
I like
movies.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
they got a Chucky one.
They do. They
I
got
love me
geeks,
some
everything.
Chucky.
You feel me? So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
support your people, man. Support your people. I just bought some stuff from this place called World Invasion. I got like 4 jackets and a shirt for $100.
That's what's
Like
up.
it's reasonably priced. The shipping was free because it was over $60. Like it's too easy to support.
Right, free shipping make you
Yeah.
buy another thing.
Exactly. That's why I got 5 instead of 4.
You know, you end up spending more money when
Yeah.
you gotta get to a certain limit for free
That's
shipping.
fine, but you save when you're mental because it's like I ain't gotta pay for shipping. So yeah.
How
support them,
about
man.
you, Abel?
I do support black businesses. I can't think of like any
What about your
stores.
friend from
Yeah,
like the
exactly.
first episode or second episode?
Yeah, with
Jerome.
Jerome. Yeah, he
Yeah.
makes clothing.
Not
so I do
Jerome.
support.
Tribe
Yeah.
called Juice.
Tribe Called Juice. There you go. Yeah, so I support like my friends that are artists
Yeah.
with their art. I support people that are like doing clothing. Anything that you're doing, if I think it's useful to me, I'll support it or I'll like shout you out and stuff like that. But I just can't think of like actual stores in Oakland that I buy from, like, you know what I mean? Established ones, but because usually people just
Use
they
them
do
online.
pop-ups. Yeah, like I have my
Yeah.
stuff in my house, like I'll give it to you.
Mhm.
But yeah, I do support
Yeah.
black business.
There's a lot of food places that are black owned.
Yes.
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 Like I believe Everett and Jones is a black owned black barbecues spot here in
What's her
Oakland.
name?
Second Half Smoking Woods
What's the
is
waffle
one.
place? Child?
Chicken and waffles?
No.
Oh,
Brown sugar. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say.
brown sugar. Chicken and waffles.
Grandeur on West Grand, the little vegan spot across from that liquor store that got the Nipsey Memorial. They actually hella good too.
Oh,
It's
I'll have
inexpensive.
to check it out.
It's
I had
only
to-
vegan black?
Hmm?
It's only vegan.
You would hope
Oh,
so.
I don't
It's
know.
so vegan food.
They don't mean nothing.
It really
I
don't.
said I would hope so. That's all I said.
Yeah, I try to support black businesses as much as possible. If I'm like walking by somewhere where, like you said, they do a lot of pop-ups.
Yeah.
Don't they be popping up?
And so if I go and I'm like, oh, this is really nice, or like this feels, like it's well made. Like I'll try to, like, if I can afford it, because sometimes, when you can't really like mass produce things, you have to charge. You're not selling a bunch, you have to charge more.
Yeah.
So if I'm not, willing to buy, then, I'll keep it in mind. I'll follow them on Instagram, whatever. But yeah, I try to support as much as possible. But maybe I'll get a little item,
Right.
no
A little
matter
trinket.
what, it's still support.
Right.
And support isn't always
Buying.
valued by monetary things. Y'all know what I meant.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, just like, throwing them up on your story on Instagram, reposting them, retweeting them, little stuff like that. You feel me? Yeah.
So, do you go out of your way to support black businesses?
That's what I would say I could probably be better about. I don't think I go out of my way. Like, I'm like, once I find a company or brand, like
Brand
it's
loyalty.
reliable.
Brand
yeah,
loyalty.
yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna keep going back there, and I'm like, I won't even think about it. But I definitely think it can be better.
What do you mean by going out of your way though? Like,
Going out your way, like, say for instance, like, there is, I believe it's a black-owned grocery store on San Pablo, right? And then, but they're Safeway.
Yeah.
going to Safeway.
So, like,
It's closer.
is it?
Yes. We can look it up right now.
Okay, well, you're looking that up,
Safeway is
Cameron.
1.2
But-
miles away from my home.
If it were like right there, like close to me,
Mm-hmm.
I would go.
But say for instance, like, if you and
I'm all about a good deal too, so I'm gonna be on. I'm cheap, so
that's what I'm saying,
if
like,
Safeway got buy 3 get 6 free, I'm going to Safeway.
so that's what I'm saying, like, going out your way to support black businesses is like
1.8 miles.
0.6. That's what I'm saying. Like, going out your way to support black businesses is something like, as black people, that we all strive to do. Because a black person's prices may be higher for a variety of different reasons that we can like talk about in a minute. But they sometimes, a lot of time, are higher.
Yeah.
So it's like, are you paying $3 for this product, or are you paying $1.50 somewhere?
Got you.
Like,
For a
would you do
product
it?
that you
And they
know.
could be on the same shelf at the same store.
Yeah.
Like, which one are you picking up? Because like a black person owns this one.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, and to be
Most
better,
of the time, I would pick the $1.50.
yeah, I would too. Most people would.
Exactly, I
Let's
would
be
too.
honest.
But the other thing is not only is I need to know, like, it can't just be black owned and you have like the same like if it was like organically sourced and things like that, I would pay a little more
Oh,
money
yeah,
for it
for
because that I would not be getting the same thing in a Safeway or whatever.
Shit, I'm waiting for a black lush to pop up called Blush.
Not blush.
Blush.
That's kind of cute.
Hey,
You
yeah.
gotta write that down.
Right, trademark.
Yeah, don't take my shit.
You were gonna say something about
I was gonna say, but like for example, like cafes. There's a black-owned cafe on Emerville, Hip Hop Juice Box.
Oh yeah. I
Um,
ride by that.
Yeah, the owner's pretty cool. Just I make sure now whenever I meet someone, instead of saying like meet me at Starbucks, or especially if I know we're gonna sit down like buy stuff and like talk about work, I tell them like meet me at Hip Hop Juice Box because
That's
it's
cool.
fairly new, and the owner's really cool. Like
I've seen
just
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over there by Monster Folk too.
Yeah.
Yep. So just stuff like that. I try to make sure that I bring in more people that don't know about the spot to the place, so that I don't know, they could just buy stuff and everything.
Right.
But I do agree with you when you're saying like whenever sometimes it's like cheaper, you would want to go with stuff that's cheaper.
Yeah.
But
So, but also on the flip side, like, what are some reasons why you don't support black businesses? Not just because it's
Customer service.
Yeah, but you know what too? Sometimes we fail to like give people the necessary feedback that they need, like, or it'll come off. Sometimes we can be rude
But
in
then
our
we can also be very sensitive when taking that criticism as well.
that too. So, but it's got to be constructive. But like just saying like, hey, I just I want you guys to keep up the good work, but I was
However
waiting
comma.
I was waiting.
extremely.
I was waiting extremely long time for my food, or we can see you guys during your break. Just different things. Like let them know, and it's just like you do have to acknowledge the fact that everyone is not ready to receive that. So like you kind of have to soften the blow a little bit.
So it's like
Dive into customer service a little bit more.
So like when I mean customer service, like that can be anywhere from a food place or say a grocery store, wherever the case may be, or even a clothing brand. Like if I email you because I still haven't got like a shipping confirmation, or I just want to know when it's gonna ship, and it takes a week to hit me back. If I went to go any like big name clothing line, they would hit me back same day, if not the next day, if it's a weekday. If I go to a restaurant and, we ask for like water refills or something, and we ask for straws, and you like got attitude like, hold on.
And you usually don't even have to ask for the refill.
Right. You feel me? Like it's the little things that matter. And then when you try and tell someone about that, they get like on the defensive side, like they're being attacked. And it's like, we only want to see each other win, but it's so hard to help each other win when we are so closed off and on our own. And that goes back to what I was saying in episode 2 about the support. Like, being able to support each other is different out here because everybody's on that I got to do it myself.
Oh.
I got to do it myself type thing. And it's like,
I
no.
remember.
Like, if you let us help you do this, I promise you will take off. You feel me? Like, the word of mouth is a hell of a marketing scheme. And then Twitter, if you go viral on Twitter, it's a wrap. Your business going to take off regardless. So we just got to be open to that helpful feedback, like you were saying.
Right.
That's true.
Also, with customer service, like what I noticed about black people, usually two extremes. Like black people are like very good at customer service, or like the worst.
Yeah. There's no medium.
It's like, cause it's like when I call like Southwest or something, I'm like, hopefully I get a black person. Or like sometimes when I call, like, please let me be a black person on the phone, and when that black woman answers the phone, I'll be thank God.
Yeah, baby, let me
help you with your extra flight. You gotta, do some comp tickets. I mean, oh, thank you, ma. And then I move on. But then if you get some other times a black person, you be like, good God, why they got it? But anybody can have an attitude, but I notice like with black people, it's just like it's either or.
Right.
Yeah.
It's either or. I'm like, because black people could be the best at customer service.
Oh, and they be huffing and puffing when they don't feel like dealing with it. Like, don't huff and puff. I need help, and this is your job. Don't do me.
I was gonna say, I think we could do better at supporting black businesses, just in a way like advertising for them. I feel like a lot of businesses that I go to, or black businesses, one of their main issues like marketing, like try to get more people to buy this stuff or just be knowledgeable about the store. And I feel like we're so creative, we're so talented in terms of like coming with ideas to market it, but when it comes to our own businesses, like a share is enough for us. Like sharing on my stories, like, all right, I'm supporting my homie, but I feel like we could go above and beyond, especially when like I get mad when the whole like Popeye shit pops off and black people be the main like advertising the fuck out of that. And it's like, damn, it's trending, so you gonna do it for trend. And they be hella funny too.
Popeye's not black owned, yeah.
It's not. For sure not.
I don't think so.
That's terrible.
But maybe a franchise might be, like a couple franchises, but not the whole thing. So it's like, when you see that, then you're like, damn, you could for sure do a little skit on your homie's startup clothing brand.
Yep.
And
I'm glad you
that's
said
what
that.
you're,
Cause like I'm a shameless plug myself. I don't care. I got a whole production team, and like that's mainly what we want to start doing is commercials and help marketing companies. Of course, we're gonna have a price set, and we'll work with you.
What's
but we
the
ain't.
production team's name?
It's under Quick Strike Creative.
Oh, okay.
But it's me, Danny behind the camera. I got a couple people in LA. It's just we got a whole team ready to do high quality commercials and marketing. We create a whole marketing plan for you. There's an algorithm. Of course, you got to put money into it. And then we take our creative fee as well. But we are willing to help build everyone. You feel me? Because it's a give and take. What we doing for you, we can use for our portfolio as well.
Right.
So hit me up if you need that. We'll talk about the prices and shit. But
there you go.
Sure.
But yeah, another kind of thing to add on to your point, Abel, is that when you see celebrities and regular folk too, like openly and just like always constantly advertising for these big name brands, the Gucci's, the Louis, the da-da-da-da-da, it's like, why you can't, do that with something that's, smaller or black owned, one of your friends, whatever, like, but you're so proud to wear the Gucci or the Prada, whatever else, like just extremely happy to do it. And it's like there's this status associated with being able to purchase those things. But I think there's probably more power in being able to purchase something that's black owned, because you're supporting your community and you're recycling the dollars within your community.
It's crazy to think that if all black people stop supporting these huge name brand companies and started supporting our own like fashion brands, they would be big name and our dollar would be worth way more and the community would grow way faster. Like, I'm not saying Gucci would fail, but they wouldn't be as popular as they was if we just chose a local brand or a couple local brands to really put our money into.
Right.
We know black people are like trendsetters, and we kind of like follow each other in like fashion things like that. And it usually starts with the celebrities. So that's kind of hard to like support like your local people when like you trying to, black people, we try to keep up with the Johnsons.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I know I don't call it the Joneses, but black people do brand loyalty is a thing.
Yeah.
So and people try to like keep up with the Gucci's and all the other people try to keep up with what the celebrities are wearing and what they see on TV. So like, if what's these people name? Beyonce and LeBron and them ain't wearing Susie from down the street.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes what Beyonce and LeBron and them is wearing, I don't want.
Well,
let me throw LeBron out, but a lot of times what Beyonce wearing, I don't want to wear.
Well, Beyonce got her own little style.
She do.
She do.
It ain't always.
It is 4B.
Yeah. I mean, you look good, Beyonce, but
It's a brand out here called like Who Cares
Girl,
Supply.
Who cares what?
Who Cares Supply? It's a clothing brand out here, and they got a couple NBA players wearing that stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I can see it taking off. It's just gonna take some time.
It's gonna take time
for people to really get behind it, which is unfortunate. But I mean, that's what anything.
And the other thing is too, black people. Be wanting discounts, like.
Yes. That's
you ain't asking Gucci for a discount.
No, they will buy it like whatever the retail. You know what? They will buy the resale version of it.
Right,
That's
for
like
more.
$500,000 more. Like,
Man,
It's Gucci though. That's what they would say. So,
right.
It's Gucci though.
yeah.
It's me though.
No, it's me.
You know me.
But I think I was driving past Chinatown the other day too, and I seen how much stores that they had in Oakland.
Okay.
And how much how many how many stores that they had lined up, and how many people from their community were just around that town, like around that block. And it was just, I was low-key jealous. I was like, damn, that would be dope to have
I think I talked
business owners.
I think I talked to Rashad about this not too long ago, but like the Asian dollar in that community will stay in it for 30 plus days.
Right.
But for us, it'll be hours. You know what I'm saying? Or minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
2 seconds.
Right. And speaking of, we was talking about not expecting discounts from, black people be good. Like, I got my
get the
own
homie
store.
price.
Right. No, we barely homies. So just a little bit more little shots facts.
Yeah.
It's a twofer. A twofer for today. And this is from the Huffington Post. So 5 ways. The Huff Post.
Yeah, like you said that funny. Okay.
The Huffington Post. The Huffington Post. The Huffington Post. The Huffington Post. I did. HuffPost stated 5 ways to support black businesses. Number 1 is don't automatically expect discounts.
Don't.
Please. That's disrespectful to me and my hard work.
It is.
Right, and people just naturally assume, like, since Cameron, you take pictures of people, how many people expect you to do it for free or less than?
Everybody. Could we just collab? I got this fire idea. I understand that. But this is my business and I have bills to pay.
Exactly.
Well, we all got bills to pay. It's like, you ain't going up to 1 hour photos saying them, like, oh, can I get this for free?
Right.
Because I'm an Instagram model and I'm at working all day.
That make me feel like my work ain't good enough for you to pay full price.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Right. So, people, as black people, let's start now. Stop asking your black people for discounts, even at places where they don't even own. Right, they work at the ticket counter at the movie theater. You're like, girl, let me get this ticket for. No, that's how she got fired the last time. Let her keep her job. You want her to slide you some extra fries in a McDonald's bag?
Hey, look, I can't lie though. I was at Chick-fil-A last night.
What you do?
And Alondra was in the window. I read people's name tags. She was in the window. I was like, hey, let me get your discount. She was like, discount? They don't give us no discounts.
Oh, no.
I'm like, Chick-fil-A?
Not Chick-fil-A?
I was like, wow.
They don't support the gays or the black people. Number 2.
They good, though.
A black endorsement is not the same thing as being black owned.
Explain.
So just because you see LeBron James drinking Sprite does not mean he owns Sprite and that you have to support it.
Yes.
I know. People get confused like, oh, like this is a black thing.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
They're just targeting you.
Right.
Exactly.
Black ambassadors.
And you just happen to fall for it. Yeah. So people a lot of times get confused. Like that's why we thought Popeyes was black owned because we seen the black grandma lady over the TV chicken.
That was smart for that.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Try my Louisiana.
I was just gonna say that.
I'll be coming through, Granny. She be having a new chicken sandwich. Number 3, recognize the struggle and don't knock it.
Yeah.
Because it's hard work to own a business, especially for black people, like where there are like racism and discrimination and biases that it takes a long time for black people to even get a loan to start these businesses. They get less money loaned to them. The interest rates are usually higher. When they try to go lease and own a place, they get like the worst lot in there, and people don't want to like lease to them, make their rent higher because they think they're more of a liability because they're black. So just because like all those things against them, like I can't sell my t-shirt for $10 at this point. mine's got to be 12. But, Jerry next door sells for 10 because, he got more of a loan.
Right.
He got a better location at a lower price and more prime location. So he can sell his for cheaper. But we don't think about all that stuff that goes into that to see, like, why this shirt is, like, the price that it is. And it's it's a part of being black, but, it's racist and it's unfair. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I'll just harp on that one for a minute.
No, those are all really good points. Yeah.
And also, because it's black owned, does not mean it's less than the other brands.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
It'd be two products. People are like, oh, this one black.
Yeah.
Like just because like this one was made from Kirkland,
right?
Doesn't mean Shaniqua's ain't as good.
And I hate to bring it to race, but it's like when it comes to buying stuff, people trust white people more than black people, and that goes for black people as well.
You want the product or just trusting like their word for it?
Their word for it. Like if a black person made a laundry detergent versus if a white person made a laundry detergent, and they both went to Target, you feel me? Like, ooh, I know this one for sure. But this one,
you're saying they're both brand new?
Yeah.
Like they're just hitting the shelves.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the black one first. I would.
I think I would too.
Now, if we're talking about companies that have been around for a long time, like, okay, you got Tide here I'm just throwing out there. Gain, Downy, whoever. Theirs is there, and then there's this new company. I don't know who it's even owned by. Yeah, I might go towards a brand that I know, I've used before. Yeah.
Like until like a black person tell you that Wash and Load over here was a good one.
Exactly.
Right. Like, oh girl, I got that Wash and Load. It was good. It smelled good.
Yeah.
So that's something I would do. I wouldn't straight off the bat just automatically, diss to people, but I'm going to what I know.
What's interesting though about what you just brought up, Cameron, is, and I know you guys have seen this video, but it was like a social experiment where it's an old video where they hand kids, black and white kids, they hand them a black Barbie and a white Barbie and ask them, which one essentially do you like more, and then what are the like attributes you associate with each of the dolls. And the darker one, things like ugly or mean, etc., etc. And so I'm sure like there's all the psychology behind it, but I'm sure we carry that. We don't just, it's not just associated to Barbie dolls. So
it's associated with the color black.
Exactly. Or and so like everything, Roshad, like how you were talking about the leases, and the loans and things like that, that is all associated. And so Cameron, to your point, I totally see where you're coming from.
And the last one is, I think that might have been my last one.
I hope so.
Cameron,
I like little shots.
Don't do Shy's facts. So Shy come with it. And also, the last one, what we've been doing this whole time, recommend and promote black businesses.
Oh, absolutely.
That's all we can do.
I shameless plug everybody I can.
Everybody huh?
Everybody. Because, I have my own business, you feel me? Like, as a photographer, I started it 2 years ago. And I'm doing pretty well for myself if I can, toot my own horn.
Toot it.
And I'm like, I'm venturing in other avenues and stuff. You feel me? So like, if any way, shape, or form that I can support somebody else, even if they support me or not, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Cause it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. I know it is. I'm not worried about it at this moment, but I'm gonna put whoever I can on. And that's kind of what started this podcast for me too, like as a platform for other people to say what they do.
And it doesn't hurt to, it doesn't hurt to support or kind of share people's information, because you don't know who could be at the other end receiving that information. It could be another black person that has similar idea that could collab and make this thing go further. So yeah.
Unless you recommend something that don't be good, they will come back like, ooh, that laundry detergent was whack.
Made my skin break out.
I'm going back to Tide.
That's crazy. Black people associate, like, they breakouts, they go to the first thing. Like, that's my laundry detergent, it's my soap, it's my dish. Like, no.
Sensitive.
No.
That's that man you were sleeping with.
Right. He brought some fleas over.
No, not the fleas, the little dog outside.
From the side, chick. You know what I mean? Nah. That's your nigga, sis.
Not sis.
Yes.
Sis.
Okay,
So what did we learn today, you guys?
Well, one thing.
Buy black.
Sure, buy black. But supporting black business, like you say, Cameron, it's not always in your dollar. It might be just in like your free advertisement, but also that constructive criticism. That's so necessary.
Constructive,
right?
Yeah.
Time and place. Don't just be
Exactly.
walking up to the counter. I think y'all should know.
No.
Yeah.
Go and yell.
You know, one thing
No,
I
don't
feel
do-
like we
don't
could
go, yo.
improve as a community too is feeling the need to buy shit all the time. Like starting from young age, like teaching our kids, like you don't need that new shoes. Like you just don't. Just because it came out don't mean you need to buy it.
I like
Kind
that.
of under the
Right. I'm like, we like that
I'm
stuff.
so bad with the shoes.
I get it, but
yes.
that's part of the consumerism. It's like, oh, the new Jays just came out. You got good amount of pair of shoes. Like, I think instilling like values that are like materialism is not
Yes.
Yeah,
good
black people
for
are
us.
very
It's not good for
materialistic.
us. You know what I mean?
That's
I
hard. I
think-
hear you, but that's hard for me, bro. I got like 50 plus pairs of
I
shoes.
know that. That's why I'm saying.
Oh, now I know that.
I know.
Yeah, because
Oh, so you came for me
ready?
with
Came
that.
for you.
Oh, okay.
Specifically.
But I aspire. Don't worry about it. I got you.
So it's like stuff like that. Shoes, with clothes too. Like people just feeling the need to buy clothes all the time. Like you got good amount of clothes you can
Because
look
people,
fly in.
did that go to social media? Nobody want to see the pictures of you in the same shit, or people don't think they do.
Don't post so many pictures.
Right.
You can wear the outfit 2, 3, 4, 5,
Right.
6, 7, 8, 9,
Yeah,
10
and
times.
wear the posted the 10th time.
Right.
Think
You
it's
gotta
brand
post. You gotta
new.
wear it a couple times first.
Put on your
Yeah.
story,
Yeah.
it disappeared after 24 hours.
Swap
That's
pieces
true.
in and out.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
But you don't need. Yeah, you could spend your money on more valuable things.
Yeah.
Investments.
Invest in yourself,
Yes.
businesses, things like that. Yeah.
See,
That's a whole nother.
Save-
That's a whole
Yeah.
episode.
That is.
Yeah,
That's
I
a,
know.
that's
Get it
y'all.
on
That's the
that.
next topic.
For
It
real.
is.
Not next, but next.
And stop eating out. Eat your mama's
I'm
food.
hungry.
My mama ain't cooking no more. Well,
My
she
mama
is.
been stopped cooking.
But you know what? That's interesting too, because for many people, the reality is that they have no other option but to eat out because
Really.
it's quick. It might be cheaper than cooking for their entire family.
Parents
Like if they don't have
work
enough money to buy, what? Like I can go to Costco and get some stuff, cook for the week, fine. But that's not
Everybody.
Everybody's
can
the
do
reality
it.
for
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
And the meal outside. I mean, you can go to McDonald's and get a meal for like what?
Oh no, McDonald's is expensive now.
Oh, well, I don't know, but you can go somewhere and get some items for a couple dollars.
Yes.
I went to McDonald's the other day for myself and it was $15.
We should order all that food.
Yeah, Cameron, we know how you
I was
eat,
gonna
so
say,
no.
What you ordered, damn?
Oh, y'all just came.
Because I just got a meal from In-N-Out for $6.
In-N-Out is different though. In-N-Out hella inexpensive. Like I'll go and eat how I eat.
That's how I
and
mess
it's
with
$8.
In-N-Out.
You feel me? Like
And then,
Okay, that's a different topic
It's not
on
black owned.
comparing the
It's not
prices
black
of fast
owned,
food.
right.
Ain't none of them owned by black people.
No, but
Oh,
that's
yeah,
not
you're right, you're
what my point was.
I know, let's go back
that-
to your point.
My point was that for the reality of, for a lot of people, they have to get those quick meals. Because one, some people, you're working not 9 to 5, maybe 9 to 9. And then, and doing all of these things,
Right,
you
you're
might
not at
get
home. You might have to
Yeah.
leave your kids home, so you might just give them a couple dollars, go to McDonald's, y'all come back.
Exactly.
no, that's real.
What are y'all? Pizza.
You remember those?
Flashbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I learned today is that sometimes you do have to go out of your way and probably maybe spend that extra maybe $1 or two to be able to support black businesses. Because if we all go into it with that same mindset and also knowing that black people have been marginalized and discriminated against, it can improve the whole economy for black
Vastly.
people
Yeah.
just for us. And then
Vastly.
well, all
And if
that
their business start doing good, maybe they will start offering some discounts.
Right.
They'll do a little flash sale here and
not
there.
a flash. Not a flash, but that's
quick
what I learned
24
today.
hour.
Maybe I should think about it more, but I think
Yeah.
we're going to say for in Target real quick.
Real quick. 'Cause
It's the convenience of it all.
Convenience is something.
So like you said, we do have to go out of our way.
No other way.
I think the
I
next time I
definitely
go
will
shop,
try
I'm gonna
harder.
go to that grocery store on San Pablo.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drive that extra 0.6.
Yeah. And it's cute. I've been there a couple times.
No, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, so leave comments in the video. If you're listening, think about it, talk to it with your neighbor.
If you know black businesses, shout them out too.
Yeah, put on Instagram,
Tag all
add
the black.
us
all
on
of
Twitter,
Yeah.
Facebook, in
Yeah.
the comments on YouTube.
Start a thread. Tag all the black businesses you know under it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
The rest of y'all go like them. Go look
yeah.
at them.
Go, let's put each other on, man. For real.
Yeah, and let us know, because if you have product or something that we like, we'll wear it or have it here can help promote,
Yeah, if you got something you want us to say at the end, email us a little blurb and we can throw it out there.
We don't read the email blurb and look at your stuff first. We ain't just getting all y'all shout outs like that though. It gotta be a product we agree with.
No, yes,
I mean,
yes.
true.
Right, don't just be sending us a whole bunch of stuff.
True,
I was
but
like,
damn.
I ain't mad, but people be selling stuff that. But thank you for listening. Please subscribe.
Yeah, so follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube page at Next Topic Podcast. Same thing on all platforms. You can follow me at Cool Keys on Instagram, COOLKEYES.
Oh, she practiced that one.
I sure did.
I didn't practice mine, so let's see what I do. And you can follow me at Sean Space. That's SHADS _ SPACE on Instagram and Twitter.
Mine is everything is at Clicks by Cam, KLICKS BYKAM.
Yes, sir. And mine is Abby Russ, ABIIRUSS, Abby Russ, on Instagram.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for
Toodaloo.
listening. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you
your
with
dollars.
the next topic.
Yup.
Don't save them, spend them black.
Tune in
But
to see
save
what's
them
next.
too. Come
Save
on,
them
y'all.
too. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, save them too.
Yeah.
All right.
So do you want to say you have to go to the bathroom? Because that's what you usually do.
Nah, I'm cool. I don't have to go to
Is he done? Because I got to go pee.